How do we respond in the midst of chaos? And what is the best way forward? Hi, my name is Kyle Church, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Medicine Hat, Alberta. It's been 3 years since I released my last album, which was called Slow Down, and a lot has happened since then. Along with falling in love, getting married, and starting a new life with my bride, we went through something called the COVID-19 pandemic, which I'm sure you've experienced in your own way. It was a strange time for me as a songwriter. When there's a lot of voices and a lot of noise, it felt like I didn't want to add to the noise. And sometimes it was also just hard to find words that felt adequate for the moment we were in. But as time has gone on, I've written some songs that I believe are relevant for the times that we're living in. This past spring, I took a leap of faith and I quit my job that I had been at for the last 6 years to pursue music more intentionally. And later this past summer, I broke ground on my new recording project with producer John Anderson in Maple Ridge, BC. You might be familiar with some of his work. He's worked with other Canadian artists like O.C. Elliott, Andy Schaaf, Zach Pick, and others. Initially, my plan was to record a small EP with some songs that I had written over the past few years. But in the months leading up to recording, I found new inspiration for songs that actually shifted the way that I viewed the world and the way that I'm moving forward now. The name for this album is Plant a Garden, which is a song that I wrote that has become an anthem and a prayer for me as of late. There seems to be so many issues that are fighting for our attention all across the world. And in the midst of a world that feels like it's spiraling out into chaos, to plant a garden is to care for that which is right in front of you and to bring beauty and order to that which is within reach. Instead of worrying about all the issues that are beyond our control, I've come to believe that maybe the best way forward and the best way for you and I to make a contribution in this world is to simply care for the small square footage beneath our feet, to plant flowers, to tend to a garden, and to care for our family, our friends, and our neighborhoods that we find ourselves in. There's a line in the song that says, "When there's chaos around us, we should care from the ground up and keep growing beautiful things." This album is one of those beautiful things that I believe that we need to keep growing and releasing. I believe that the world in these days needs more art, it needs more music, it needs more poems for each one of us to contemplate the days that we live in as we navigate and try to find the best way forward. So far for this project, I've invested nearly $9,000 of my own money to get this project off the ground, but I need your help to finish it. I spent the better part of this fall and summer touring as a way to reconnect with my audience, but also as a way to try and raise some funds for this project. But I'm still in need of $7,000 to finish it for things like mastering, mixing, additional studio time, and album art. As a stretch goal, I would like to raise another $2,000 to make some videos to help promote some of these songs. But for starters, we're going to focus on raising that first $7,000. I recognize that we're living in some challenging days for some financially, and so I don't take asking for money very lightly. But I also do know there's many people who have supported me through the years, who really enjoy my music, that would like to give in some way, even if it's a small contribution. The way I see it, there's probably many of you who would be planning to buy my album once it comes out. And this Kickstarter is just a way that you can pre-order those things, and it helps me to spend with a bit more certainty as I finish this project. You can scroll on the side of this page and there's some of your standard rewards like CDs and records, but there's also, if you scroll down, a bit more unique things like house concerts. So do check that out. Thank you for your time and attention watching this video, and I look forward to sharing more music with you soon.